Hey!
Oh my
How
goodness.
you doing? Do you like it? Do you like the new
Oh
digs?
my goodness.
Welcome to
How
Studio
y'all
D
doing?
of the Gay Boy Mansion.
I just want y'all to
Studio D
understand.
for Dick.
I just want y'all to understand how gay the mansion is. We are
Yes.
going down all the alphabets. We are now on D. There
Yes.
are several other rooms that we can actually go to.
There actually are, and eventually we will. We'll turn. No, you know what we'll do? We'll leave this as the office, but turn that into Studio E.
That could be Studio E, and then
because then we could have like guests, and we could have like an audience, could bring chairs up.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. We can work with
Yes.
that. But how y'all like it? How y'all like us now?
Yes.
How y'all like us now? Y'all like it? Y'all
So
like
if you've ever been to a studio, you'll know that they'll show you exactly what they want you to see, and you don't see the mess going on on either side or what is immediately behind the camera. So
this is true. This is true.
And I'd like to take this opportunity. You already know about specific beauty. And now we have a new sponsor. Are you ready?
It's a new sponsor?
A new sponsor.
Oh my God.
I discovered it in New York City.
Where did you, where and how and what? I am bewildered.
As I was walking through my very own Marshalls in Brooklyn. Because I own that Marshalls.
It's your very own.
It's like my shopping. It's my shopping mall. So I was there and I was walking through and I saw this and I had to have it. I called them up. It reached out.
It reached out and grabbed you. It just kind of reached out and touched you.
It touched
Did it touch you? Did it touch your spirit? Did it touch your mind? Or did it touch your balls?
All of that.
Okay.
All of that.
So spirit, mind, and balls.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to our new sponsor, Peck Sniffs.
Yeah. Smells so good.
Now, I want you to smell it. Just give me a wrist.
Just do it in here. Do it in here. Do it in here. It gives me. So I'm gonna tell you what it gives me. It gives me. Oh my God! Now it's lingering. It gives me citrus, like old oranges. Like after you eat oranges and they're on your finger and you smell it. It kind of gives me that. Yes. And I always associate that with old women and bathrooms, like the guest bathrooms. Like I don't know. I always associate that because
it is a cologne.
But I'm just saying, I just
smell like old women in bathrooms.
But I always associate it with it because it's like it's a guest room. I mean, it's a guest bathroom.
Yes,
and it's always clean, but there's always that little fragrance and like. But that's what I associate. It smells good.
Yeah, I actually will be wearing this. I wore it when I was in New York City.
Okay,
so
it's lightly fresh.
It is.
It's summery, like right out the shower type of situation.
Exactly, but see, this is the kind of scent that I would wear all year round. I know how some people like to switch their scents up to like a more woodsy scent in the winter, but I wear the same because like right now my cologne of choice is Sexual.
So Sexual was good.
Now, but it's like each time they came out with a new one, that became my new favorite one because my first one was the original one, right. And I loved it. Then they came out with Sexual Sugar Daddy. And I liked it, but I didn't love it. But it still was like it was cute.
Yeah.
Sexual Noir is eyed, but my favorite is Sexual Fresh. That one comes in the white frosted bottle, and it has sort of a similar scent profile.
Okay.
And I wear her all year round.
Okay. I think right now I'm stuck on Spice Bomb. I love Spice Bomb. Oh my God, it looks like the little hand grenade.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, Victor and Raw. I love, and I don't wear it that often, and it's like now. When I do put it on,
but can you get it at Marshalls?
No, you cannot.
Can you get it at Marshalls and Finer Rosses?
I cannot. Unfortunately, they are at the very cheap Nordstrom's and Macy's, and
Yeah, Sexual is so exclusive. They literally only sell it at Macy's, and they usually don't even have it in the store
because
you got to order it
sold
online.
Out because it's been pretty popular.
Yeah, you can usually order it online. But yeah.
But so listen, hey guys, hey everybody.
Hello.
I see Louboutin, I see Eccentric,
Desmond.
Who? Desmond
Anthony.
And
he made it on time.
He did, but he just rang my phone a couple of seconds, and he knew good and doggone well we was going to get online. But I mean, I'm not going to say nothing about it, But I mean,
listen,
it's okay.
It's a work in progress. So
maybe
I appreciate you.
Maybe you know what it is. Maybe what it is that maybe he's going through some sort of psychological change in his life. Maybe he has some issues going on. I mean, maybe he has. I don't know.
Is he going back to being a man?
Maybe he has alopecia.
Get the fuck out.
But
it's so funny when you the young gays don't get history or they don't understand reading. And so it was someone on Twitter, they was like that whole thing with Venus Extravaganza. You're like, you want to talk about reading? Let's talk about reading. Are you going to? What's the matter, Pedro? Are you going through some sort of a psychological change in your life? Are you going back to being a man? And then it was like, but I don't get it. I was like, she just dead named him. Whoever this beautiful trans woman is, her dead name is Pedro. And so basically he was saying that you look busted. And he was like, are you going through some sort of a change? Are you going back to being a man?
You didn't get a notification. Once again, we talked about this. We talked about this, but I'm not going to put you on the spot.
I want to stay out of it this time.
I'm not going to put you on the spot. But listen, this is what I'm going to do. So listen, I want to take this time to have a celebration. Yes. You all can't see these, but what you can do, you can see this.
And then we'll hold it up when we get ready to.
So, today's date is March the 30th.
Yes.
And
2022.
No. 31 years ago today, at this time,
you gave birth.
Well, I didn't give birth. I was birthed into Kappa Land.
Oh, I was like, bitch, what? I was like, sir.
Bitch, don't give me that. Like, bitch, no, you can't be 30. No, I can't be 30, but it's okay. But but listen.
Well, happy Kappaversary.
Thank you so much. And at 8:01, 8:02, and 8:03 p.m., three young gentlemen, Kenny Wilson, Edward Harper, and Marlon Day, all crossed the burning sands to go into Kappa Land. So while I've talked to them online, and I asked them about joining the show tonight. I don't know if they're in here or not, but I am going to do 3 shots for all of us, and you are welcome to join, but I'm going to do 3 shots.
I'll do just the one.
Okay, I'm going to do 3 shots. So, and I also,
ladies and gentlemen, prepare for a show that will progressively go off the rails.
It's all right. It's okay.
That's enough.
We're gonna do half shots because these are only we're gonna do half shots.
Bitch, I have shit to do tomorrow.
Bitch, we all got shit to do tomorrow. I got 8 a.m.
Now, if this was like a Friday evening show, then we might be able to make it work.
I got another 8 a.m. meeting tomorrow,
so you can fill that up, and then you gotta do it once.
No, it's with the president.
Oh, you got to do. No, I'm talking about. This is half, 2, 3.
But I'm gonna still do it as a
yes. Okay, got it.
So listen, I also want to take this time to say happy Iotaversary to my grandbaby. I think he's in here. Midas comes in. Today is his actual anniversary as well. So, and yes, Kai, it is Fireball. So, I mean, it's not necessarily that bad, but it's not necessarily that good, but that's what we get ready to do. So anyway, shot number 1. So I'm going to give it up for Kenny.
I'm going to make it last for all 3.
Okay. I'm going to do my second shot. I'm going to give it up for Marlon. And last but not least,
give it up for your damn self.
I'm going to give it up for myself because I don't think I ever shared this with anybody, but while I did not have a line name per se.
Really?
I did not. Our line's name was Trivectus. But one of the things that stuck was the way one of our brothers, Soiree, would always say, he would refer to me as Mr. Bourgeoisie. So that's kind of my unofficial, like I never put it on.
Never got it on a shirt.
I never put it on a shirt, but I was like, all right, fine. And I kind of hated it. But again, it's been 31 motherfucking years later. So I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge it. And I'm going to leave it alone. But I'm going to give it up for my damn self.
Cheers, queers. Ooh. Brought to you by... Brought to you by Pecksniff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
There we go.
Sweet. She's got a lot going on. See,
I don't lay out in the front yard. I ain't saying no names. See, that's the problem.
What do you say? That shit will make you lay out in the front yard. I ain't say. Oh, so was it you or was it special? Was it both of you?
Listen.
Speaking of which, we're going to have a guest appearance by Special in about 7 minutes to talk about his and Kai's trip on Virgin Voyages, because I am super excited to hear about that. Yes.
But so anyway, we need some footage of that. We need some pictures. We need something about that, Kai. We want to try to celebrate you and make sure that you're okay. But then we also kind of want to make sure that we share with one another. That's what we want to make sure of. Yes, that's what we want to do.
Yeah,
because that's what we do. We share. That's what we do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Where's my New York travel log? So because this was a fun weekend.
Was it?
It was in New York City.
So, but before you get to the weekend, though, how was the week before that? Just okay. Just a week.
I actually am enjoying the job. They do be getting on my nerves. Not my honestly, my boss and the big boss never get on my nerves. The big boss is a little high strung, but they don't get on my nerves because they think I'm doing a great job. So it's good to be in a supportive work environment.
Okay.
Sometimes the other people that I work with get on my nerves, but so like yesterday or Monday, we are in.
Put this up. So I just want to go ahead and take this time to, again.
Well, the kids be trying it, don't they?
Listen, we get ready to do this in the vein of Miss Venus Extravaganza. So you want to talk about 31 years ago, and you was only 5.
Well, good for you, Peggy.
Good for you, honey. But see, here's the other problem. When you go to the Philadelphia public school systems, and you go to some of the schools that are not a part of the blue ribbon schools, this is the type of education that you get.
Well, God bless him.
5 my ass. Go on.
Oh, is he lying?
That's just like me saying I was born 31 years ago.
Oh, I don't know. I've never met this person before.
5 my ass.
And he looks he's cute. He's a cute thing.
Whatever.
In this side profile.
Listen, he family, whether it's my little child or my brother, whatever I'm gonna call him at this particular point.
Right.
But he cute or whatever. I mean, he all right.
Okay.
He all right.
Well, hallelujah.
He all right. But anyway.
So Monday we have a meeting. So we have to review project status.
I don't know. I have a crunchy. So listen, I'm gonna need y'all not to get on my. And I keep looking down here, but I'm gonna need y'all not to get on my.
My sister bought these blue taquitos, the chili pepper ones. They weren't bad, but I was like, the blue don't add anything to it. So this is just cancerous blue food coloring that they added.
The tortilla chips,
not Takis, not taquitos.
Oh, Takis. Oh yeah. Well, they're like hood snacks for the Latino population. Well, they're not even they're not like, well, okay. Anyway,
they're the Latino.
Hey. This is my kettle chip. This is absolutely what I love. So if you'd like to share, I will give you some.
Oh, I didn't realize this was not for sharing purposes. It's okay. I'm good. So we're in the meeting. The VP is like, well, where are we with the status of this project, Brian? And I give him the status. He's like, well, how did we get here? And he started asking all these questions. I'm like, baby, I'm just a messenger. I didn't say that. But, because I know how to pivot. So, hey, Abby. So,
hey.
And Sean. Oh, and then here go another one. Here he comes talking about 31 years ago, I was 5 days old.
I'm going to let you handle that one.
You know what? That beautiful little flogger that you made might just have a use. You keep talking foolishness, young man.
This is what's wrong with the kids. They go through these non-blue ribbon schools, honey. They can't add and subtract and do math and stuff.
Well, no.
Then again,
that's accurate for Sean.
I take that back. Yes, you know what? You're right.
It's still rude as hell, though.
It's rude. It's
still rude as hell.
It's rude. How rude.
Mm-hmm. And so, while the VP...
Wait a minute. Oh, my God. Did we miss your birthday?
Yeah, his birthday was the day before mine.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh my God, happy belated birthday.
And I put it in the phone, so now it'll the reminder will pop up when his birthday is.
I'm sorry, Sean. Happy belated birthday.
Yes. And so while the VP is going off, my boss messages me and just like, someone didn't brief Bob. And I was like, that's not my responsibility. That's the big boss's responsibility, because it's the VP, the big boss, the boss, and me. So I don't brief the VP. That's Stewart's responsibility. So then I was like, well, I guess Stewart didn't brief her. And it was like, well, you delivered the messages and you know what they say. And I was like, what do they say? She said, snitches end up with stitches.
Oh,
so like, I hate you right now. But New York City was fun. We had a really good time. We took the train up because the slave had not taken the train before. So, we took the Acela.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, he from a little town in Virginia, in North Carolina.
Is they never take the Acela train or just the train in general?
The Metro, yes, but never the Amtrak train.
Okay.
So he live in one of them little towns. The train probably don't even go nowhere by where he live. And so that was cute. We had the table, like how the table, the chairs had the table in between.
Mm-hmm.
So that seemed like a good idea until we realized that these seats are reserved. So everyone, it's the Acela, so all of the seats are reserved.
So y'all were fine though.
We were fine on our side.
Okay.
But at first, because I had made the slave where, he has this sissy fantasy thing that he does.
Mm.
So he had on these big fake tits, which he was very self-conscious about. But I'm like, girl, you better he was like, so is it okay if I wear this sweater? And I'm like, that's not tight enough. I'm like, girl, this is your fantasy. So you better put on your tightest sweater with these D titties and these high heels and get your ass on this train.
He had heels on too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he's already 6'2". With these heels, his legs barely fit under the table. So they had to stretch him out in the aisle. So we get to New York.
Well, no. Now the question is, did you do some Orient Express type of shit? Did you take him in the bathroom and kind of have your beastie way with him?
There was way too many people on the train.
That's part of the fantasy, though, bitch.
But part of the fantasy is not getting put off the train.
I mean, they're not going to stop the bitch and throw you off.
No, they won't. But my name will end up on the list. And then that list will intersect another list and be like, don't he work for Amtrak?
Okay. All right.
So,
that makes sense. Okay. All right.
So
all right.
Them lists got too much cross connect.
Them lists be listing.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, no. So we get to New York City. We made it to we went to Brooklyn Botanical Gardens, and he had on the heels for the whole walk through the Botanical Gardens.
His toes was screaming. They was on fire.
On fire. So immediately, as soon as we left the Botanical Gardens, we went to the Marshalls, which is where I discovered Peck Sniff.
Did he pop the? Did he pop the? And he popped them candy biscuits in the
bitch in the Uber. Oh no, actually, as soon as we got the shoes, as soon as we got out of the Marshalls, we sat down outside of the Barclay Arena and we put on the new shoes. So, but while we was in the Marshalls, them niggas was in there stealing.
It's Marshalls, bitch. What'd you expect?
I've never seen it quite so brazen. Because first of all, I don't know why they had these Nikes literally sitting right by the front door. So you know how they had a magnetometer? This is outside of the magnetometer, right by, so anybody could literally walk past and steal. And this dude literally did just that. Now, I'm not making fun of differently abled people.
Okay.
But he had a hump and a limp. So he was not built for speed. But he grabbed 2 pairs of shoes and dipped on out of there because he had either been casing the joint or someone had told him, because the little security guard that's standing out front of the joint looked right at him, looked and watched him take that shit and casually crip walk to the escalator and on down. Meanwhile, this woman from the West End is just like, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. What's going on? This is crazy. Aren't you going to do something, man? And he's like, I don't get paid enough for it.
Yeah, I mean, well, and then that was the thing. For Marshall, TJ Maxx, if you are working as a cashier, that is not your job. And they will tell you it is not your job. It is
lost. Well, he worked for the mall, so
it was lost prevention of that store to do anything.
Right.
So even as a cashier, if they steal, because bitch, they were stealing leather bomber jackets out of TJ Maxx that I worked in, and they were like, "Don't." And I looked at them. I knew exactly what they were going to do, and I was like,
"Right."
And I'm sitting there trying to send him signals like, "Bitch, get a large, put it behind a trash can." But they didn't do that.
Right. So yes, I was
never. I'm not going to say I took some stolen goods. Never am I going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
No, we didn't. No one heard that. I didn't hear that. I certainly am not going to report that.
Never was I upset that I did not get my jacket, but I mean it's okay.
You know, bastards.
I mean, but you know.
So that was interesting. We went to a cute little Mexican restaurant. While we were there, there was a website on the side of a building, you know, for apartments for rent.
Okay.
So this is right in front of the Brooklyn College or Barclays metro stop or train station.
Oh, the Barclays. Okay.
Yeah, where the Nets play.
Gotcha.
Which someone was like the Brooklyn Nets, and then I was like, oh yeah, they did change their name.
Yeah. Isn't that when, because Jay-Z was part ownership of them, right? Okay.
So, and just while we're sitting there having our margaritas and tacos and stuff.
Oh, I missed the inappropriate brunch. And
I know, we went past it. She's in like a shoe store or something. Some foolishness. But he was looking at apartments, and this was
just for shits and giggles.
Just casually looking. We wasn't like trying to buy.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm like, what the? Okay, all right.
Because there was a big, huge website on the side of the building. Right. It was like, I wonder what it would be like to live next to a place where people casually just walk in and steal shit. How much it would cost to live here. We should have known, because it was a Whole Foods on the ground floor.
Child, it's a Whole Foods, so you know it's already expensive.
Right. So we know we know. Special, we're gonna add you in 1 second, okay? All right. So guess how much a 1-bedroom apartment was?
$2,100. That's cheap? Is that cheap? Is that cheap, really? $3,100? Bitch, I'm out.
$5,500. $55. Not rubles. Not pesos. Not rupee.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's more than people's mortgage. Are you kidding me?
Bitch, that is literally more than twice my mortgage.
Oh my God.
And that is for an 800 square foot 1-bedroom apartment. $5,500 American dollars a month.
No, ma'am.
I'm like, girl, there's like that on Twitter. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no fucking way. Nah. No way I'm paying $5,500. And got somebody living above me, below me. And that's not the penthouse. That's just for a regular 1-bedroom apartment.
And you do this every single motherfucking month. I cough up $55,500.
That is $70,000 plus a year for a place that you don't own, don't have no equity in or nothing. And for all of that, you get a Whole Foods on the ground floor. It is very convenient to get to Manhattan, which is probably where most of those people work. But I'm just saying, girl,
no $5,500?
No fucking way.
That's someone's budget for the entire month. What are you talking about?
Right. So not I. So then that night we went to the hangar, and the first person I ran into was someone whose number I had deleted. Now, no shade. This wasn't because I was annoyed with them or whatever.
We've deleted people for
lot less. But the reason this person was deleted, because I was like, we went on a trip together, like a group of Bristers went on a trip together once in 2015.
Okay.
And then I messaged him once, like 2 years later when his partner died. And we haven't had any communication since. So I was like, okay, I'll just delete his number, because what are the chances of me ever running into him again?
Wait, can we just pause 1 second? Bitch, it has gotten hot in this motherfucker.
Oh, you know what? Let me turn the heat off.
It's getting hot in this bitch.
It's hot in here because you had... No.
I'm gonna take another half shot.
No. I'm gonna take another half shot. No. We already know how you do. I said...
I am sitting here thinking that you are painting the picture that I'm some sort of alcoholic.
I've painted... The title of this painting is Epic.
Did he just tell me alcoholic? But I mean, now than a shot. Give me another shot, please. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Girl, you just drink your tea.
Tea.
Drink your juice, Shelby.
Just put another half.
Shelby.
Just a half.
Shelby.
Just a half.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember what I said about the show going off the rails? It's begun. So,
are you gonna give me the half of the shot?
No. So I deleted his number and read it to him at the hangar. Now, also, I don't know, is just see? See?
Just give me the half a shot, bitch. It's all right. I'm trying to calm down. Bitch, I know my body. And I know your body too.
Your body is already giving you those signs. You already in menopause, and now you want to have 5 or 6 shots. No, girl, you're good. You're cut off. But I guess I just didn't realize before. New York City is dirty as shit. And I guess I just never paid it much attention, because usually when I'm in New York City, I'm there for an event. So I'm focused on that event. Like, I'm near New York City, so I'm going to Folsom East, or I'm going to fuck some boy, or I'm going to do this. But this time and it was cold too. So I had time. It was cold as shit.
Well, wait a minute.
Okay. I had time to walk around and focus on that. I was just like, girl, this city is dirty as shit. This is like little puddles of dirty ass water all over the fucking place. Ugh.
Listen, so can we just take one more second out for one thing? I want to send some love and support out to one of our brothers.
Yes.
Because before I get looser than I am, I want to take this time to have a serious moment. This is 2022. We are all getting older, and we are all losing important people in our lives. And there's a natural order to things for many people, but for some, it's just unnatural. But in any event, I'm just taking this time out right now to send some love and support to one of our brothers who had some life-changing news that happened to him, life-changing events that happened to him yesterday. So I just want to send some support out and some shouts of love. And that's it. I don't want to go into all the other details.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Meanwhile, Kai says, how did you not notice? I've never seen so much poop on the sidewalk. Bitch. I didn't really notice the poop. I just noticed lots of trash on the sidewalk.
Dirty,
but it was always
city.
Like, I was walking around in DC the other day, and I was like,
for something, and there's a new pandemic in New York City. Like, that's what it is.
Even in the places where it's like $1 million apartments, it's still dirty. Puddles of dirty water and shit. Yeah. And I'd be damned if I'm gonna pay $6,500 a month to live somewhere, and I got to step over dirty puddles of water to get to my building. So last thing I'll say is I had my Uncle Falade moment, another Uncle Falade moment.
Bitch, no, not Falade.
So as we're coming back, when you ride the train, so they've got the overhead bins, and on a cellar, the bins are a little bigger, so you can actually get a full size piece of luggage in there.
Right.
So I'm sitting. Me and the slave are sitting. We're having a wonderful time. Oh, we also made it to our favorite restaurants. I got my.
Did you go to Bacon Bar? Bar Bacon?
She's closed permanently. She did not survive the pandemic. I was crushed. The paintings.
Like a white woman in crisis.
See,
I know. I'm just on it. I'm just saying.
See, she's fucked up.
I'm saying like a white woman in crisis.
So I'm sitting there minding my business. I have the big headphones so I can pretend like I see. It's off the rails. See, look at them off the rails. See,
I'm good.
And so we're sitting there, and I hear this woman who's like, I don't know how I'm going to get this bag up above my head. And I'm sitting there texting the slave. I was like, never pack a bag that you can't lift. Luckily, she was sitting across the aisle from me with some other white person who helped her lift her bag, her heavy ass bags, apparently up above. But then when we got off in DC, I quickly, because by that time the white guy had gotten off, and there was no other big strapping men to help her and her daughter get her shit down. So I made a beeline for the exit because I was like, this bitch wasn't going to talk to me. Because also she was trying to, how the bitches get on the train last, and there's always bitches get on the train last that got all kinds of problems and want to rearrange shit. So she said, whose black bag is this? It was my bag, but I didn't say shit. I pretended like I didn't even hear her. She's like, so I'm going to just move all of these things around. Then that way me and my daughter can put our bags together. I was like, bitch, we're on the same train. So I ain't pay attention to none of that. So anyway, and now.
Wait a minute. Can we just talk about how the fact that there's a poop blind and a roach blind? Is that what we're talking about?
Spesh says that he's roach blind.
I cannot.
So now let's bring in our special guest, our brother, Spesh. He and his partner, Kai, took a Virgin Voyages cruise. And I want to hear everything about it. So unmute yourself and give us, all the tea.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, excellent. So we went last week. No, we left on I think it was the 18th. And it was a 5-day cruise, leaving out of Miami. And we had 2 stops. There was Puerto Plata. We didn't get off the ship. And then there was Bimini.
Wait, there was where?
Where's Puerto Plata?
It's in Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then there's Bimini. So I don't know if y'all know when Virgin's a brand new cruise line. Right. We were supposed to go, just to give folks a little background, we were supposed to go on our buddy moon back in July of 2020, but COVID, of course.
Yes.
So we got a future cruise credit. I forgot that we even had it. So they sent an email and I said, Kai.
Hold on one second. You know how when you got money, you can forget that you got a $5,000 credit.
You got money
sitting in the ether somewhere. Anyway,
I just have a terrible memory. So we went ahead and booked it. So because Virgin's a brand new cruise line, they also built like their own private area, their own private beach club on Bimini.
Well, wait a minute.
It was,
Wait a minute. We don't expect anything less. First of all, we didn't even see you and Kai. We saw y'all on day 3 or day 4 after y'all had landed on the moon again and then reestablished another colony on your side of the ship. Is that what we're talking about? Are we back here again?
What do you mean? Because I didn't post anything until we got off the ship. I was like,
just saying, even on our prior cruise, you all were not with the common folk. You were up in the. Well, you all had your own your own oxygen.
Which did you have?
Skylights and windows and stuff. I mean,
we had a seriously suite, so we didn't go the mega Rockstar route. We just had the regular Rockstar.
Gotcha.
So I think the mega was like $8,000. It was just too much money for like a 5-day cruise.
5-day cruise, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you still get with the regular Rockstar, you still get a butler, but they call them an agent. Mm-hmm. But they're not dedicated to you. What'd you say?
So what did the butler do for you?
She was amazing. So she made sure that we had reservations at places. What else did she do? Now I'm forgetting. She sent us a message every morning saying oh, here are the things you can do on the ship, or you're getting off the ship. Here are the things to be mindful of when you get off. And anytime I had a question, she would like be right there to answer it. And she would come and check on us regularly. Oh, that was what she did. So the Rockstar Suites and Mega Rockstar, but just regular Rockstar comes with a mini bar that only gets refilled one time. So they give you like 5 or 6 bottles, but they had like Buffalo Trace and Jack Daniels and stuff we didn't want. So
don't be mad at Jack. Jack and
Jack doesn't like me. It gives me headaches. It's terrible.
Gotcha.
So she swapped those out, but because they didn't have any tequila, they gave us an extra bottle. So she was really nice about stuff like that. So.
Do they have vodka?
They do. They have Tito's.
Oh, okay, good.
Tito's is good, but tequila, was it Jose or was it like Avion or was it like a?
They didn't have any, so I can't remember what she said that they would have had.
No, all tequila is bad for me. I just want to make sure.
But if you could swap it all out, I'd be like, just replace all this shit with some good vodka.
Some good vodka. All the Tito's
and some mixers, and we'd be good to go.
Okay.
Exactly. So they also had mixers in the fridge, and they also had wine, and they had a whole mixing bar set. So the shaker and the muddler and the strainer and the glassware and all that stuff just right there in your room too. And if you get Mega Rockstar, they will refill your mini bar as many times as you want. So you really don't even need like a drink.
And were these full-size bottles of liquor or were these?
No, they're half size.
Oh, well, still, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
so like the 375 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, reasonable. And like 6 of those.
This bottle is
on the back.
$7.50, so about half of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a normal person, that would last for 2 days or so.
I'm feeling like there's a passive aggressive shade that's just been thrown.
No, it wasn't passive aggressive. It was actively stated. Anyway, so like, how was the food on the ship? How was the entertainment? How many people were on the ship? Was it full?
No, the ship was definitely not full. It can hold up to 2,800 people. There were 750 people on the ship. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, it was kind of a ghost town.
That was like a ghost ship. Like, it was like
y'all could have each got your own suite with an adjoining room.
Right.
Pretty much. But I think actually all the suites were booked up, but all the other rooms, because there's only like 71 suites or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. The commoners. There's plenty of room for them. The food. The food was good. It wasn't the most delicious. I think celebrities' food is better, but I never left a meal feeling like overly full or heavy. Like the portion sizes were perfect. And they have, the first night we went to Gunbae, which is a Korean barbecue. So they seat you with other people, strangers. So you get to meet new people and, have awkward conversations sometimes. And then let's see, where else did we ate at the Mexican restaurant on board, and that was absolutely delicious because it was like traditional Mexican food. It wasn't Tex-Mex. So gotcha. Yeah, and then they don't have a buffet. There's no buffet on the ship. They just have something called the galley, and it's right. But it has a bunch of different things that you can get. So you can get noodles, or you can get sandwiches, and all different types of stuff. And so when you go in there, you sit down, and they come and take your order and bring it to you within like 5 minutes. So, and you can order a bunch of different stuff off of all the menus. So nobody's digging in the food except for the people who are working.
Gotcha. Do you what was the entertainment like? What was there to do on the ship?
There was lots to do on the ship, but I'll say one thing real quick about the entertainment. It was bizarre. It was. I felt like they got some people from a community theater or from high school or something. Listen, we did this. Speaking of what things to do, one of the activities we did was the grog walk, because you get 4 drinks, you go to 4 different locations, and you like play these get to know you games with some other people. When we get to the last stop, it's in the nightclub, and it was right when the 70s show was starting. There was a guy. No, as soon as it started, there were people on stage in all black with white umbrellas just opening and closing them. And I was like, I don't know what's
experimental theater.
I guess, but what? I didn't understand it. And then some guy got on stage with a hat, and he was like flipping it on his arm and putting it on his head. And then there was hula hooping. I don't That was
I'm not trying. I'm trying to make the connection. I'm trying to understand like where are we going with this? Like
your guess is as good as mine. I was there, so yeah, I don't know about that.
All right, okay.
And then
what were the bars like?
The bars. Oh, so the drink. I was expecting phenomenal drinks from Virgin, but they were just okay. They were that sickly sweet kind of thing.
Oh,
was
there like an alchemy? Like was there like a fresh sweet? Like no.
I mean, there was. They tried. But you know what it's like. I don't know if you've experienced this. When you go out to restaurants now, they have cocktails on the menu, but they're all just mediocre. Like they're trying to make it. It just tastes like juice to me.
Is it the combination or is it the actual bartender and like how they pour? You know, because sometimes that actually has something to do with it.
It's the stuff off the menu. Now, if you order a la carte what you want, they're phenomenal with the drinks, and they're a lot cheaper too. The Kai ordered the last word, and they had chartreuse on board, so they had like some of the more exotic liquors, right? So you could order what you wanted there. But one of the annoying things about the bars, I will say, is that you have to have a bar tab, so there's no drink packages. And so
wait a minute, say that again.
There are no drink packages.
I thought all of the drinks was included.
No, only if you have a Mega Rockstar suite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you have to get a bar.
You done paid $9,000 for the Mega Rockstar. You need to get it needs to be a drink package, a blowjob package, and an early morning rise package. Like, come on. Like,
so then I would walk around with a cup filled with the liquor from my mini bar.
Exactly. That's the way you got to do it.
Oh my God.
So were the drinks that you paid for, were they like expensive? Like
they were, most of them were. So if you ordered one, it was like $10. But if you asked them to make your own, it was like $10. But off the menu, they were like $13 to $15. And that like adds up quickly over 5 days. Also, so they have a promotion where you put $300 in and they give you $100. But they haven't figured out their accounting yet. So everything, all of your activities and everything comes out of that. So the tattoo came out of that, and the grog walk came out of that, and everything. So
wait a minute, who got a tattoo?
Yeah, we got. Let me see. Can I? Is it? I don't know if I can. Yeah, I got a compass rose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a little small one. And Kai got one also, so we got matching tattoos.
And that's like a real tattoo, not like a temporary.
It's not like a temporary,
no, it's a real tattoo. Yeah, they have a tattoo shop on board.
Oh, you know who I love? That Seder. You know, he's always getting tattoos.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So So if you don't have a drink package, you're thinking about how much you have to pay all the time. I didn't love that, but I mean, it made me drink less, which I guess is better.
But do they offer a drink package and you just didn't get it, or they didn't have one?
I would have certainly gotten it because I love it.
Okay, so they only have this: buy 300, get $100 free.
That's it.
So would you recommend the cruise line itself to anyone?
If you like classic cruising, you're going to be disappointed. I think if you like a more casual kind of service where the staff feel like they're your friends or something like that, then you'll enjoy this. And if you really want to go on the ship to meet people, it's a great ship. I had a really good time. I felt like I was complaining a little bit about this and that when I was on the ship, but reflecting back, I just had such a good time and met such great people. And we actually met this woman who I swore was Tiffany Haddish. She sounded like her and looked like her, but she was not her. So there you go.
Charge on board.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
If you like no kids, you'll like this.
Okay,
yes.
I'm in.
I'm in because I don't.
I love the kids, but
I love kids too, but I don't want to see them. While I'm cruising. No. So would you go again?
Yeah, actually, thank you for asking. So we're going August 19th to the 24th. Everybody should come with us.
Well, wait a minute, bitch. You just went on a cruise. You're going on another cruise in August, and then we're going on a cruise in October.
Yep. We were locked down for 2
weeks.
He's like, yup,
and don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I'm running up my credit cards. I'm going to worry about it next year. That's fine.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Next year, since I want to do Wonder of the Seas because I've never been on a Royal Caribbean.
Is that the Greece one?
No. Well, it's coming to the States, but they haven't put out the itinerary for next summer of 2023 yet. And I wanted to do a Royal Caribbean, like one of the big ships with the interior atrium. for this cruise we're going on after blackout, but the dates didn't work out because those are Saturday to Saturday, and we will be in the middle of blackout. But next year, when there is no blackout, my big trip for the summer is going to be one of those 7-day cruises. So we'll talk about that on the side. But what I did find out is, I know you've been on one of those big ships, right?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like a cute idea because it's slightly less expensive to get one of the balconies that's on the inside, but there's like, bitch, you get no sleep because everything that's going on, you hear, because that's your room.
Bitch, I don't have that problem. Bitch, when I go and close my eyes, bitch, I closes my eyes.
Oh, well, it's not going to work for me because I like to fuck on my balcony. So
closes my eyes.
I don't want to fuck on the balcony and have someone be like, Mommy, what's going on up there?
One other thing about the balcony on Virgin, there are hammocks.
Yes.
So that's a plus.
Cute. Did your room have a hot tub?
No, it just had a shower, but it had like a what am I trying to say? A rainhead shower, and then there was a seat in the shower as well.
So
But wait, did you all take like another 2 days when you came? You're like, oh my God, we found a whole nother spot inside your room. Like you all, like I remember you saying like, oh, we found another room inside our suite.
Wait, there's another bedroom in
I was
here.
like, what? Like, what is that one?
No,
yes.
Yeah, because remember we were all in your room chilling that time.
Oh.
And then you opened the door and you was like, did you know there was another half bath in here?
Oh yeah, and that's sweet. Yeah.
Yes. So your room wasn't quite that big though, was it?
No, definitely not. No. And if you compare the prices, I think Norwegian is way overpriced right now for that sort of experience for any of the like Haven suites.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want a luxury experience, I feel like Virgin's a great way to go, and so is Celebrity.
Okay. How was Bimini?
I've never been on Celebrity.
Bimini was so nice. They really did a great job with the beach club. You take a little shuttle, and then for the Rockstar area, they had their own like sort of separate area, and they did give you lunch, and it was like small plates. The food was delicious, and then they have a bunch of beach chairs. There was plenty of room, and the service. That's one of the things. The whole time, the service was phenomenal. So I highly recommend it. And then, so we went out to the beach club during the day, went back for a tattoo, came back out for the bonfire, and then took pictures by the bonfire and stuff like that as the sun was setting. So that was nice.
Oh, that's lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, what was I going to say? So, do they have karaoke? That's my,
Yes, they have.
Does it stay open past 11 o'clock?
Absolutely, they have private karaoke rooms. So they have like small, medium, large.
Like
rooms.
how many people can fit in like the large room?
From what I understand, I think it's like 8 to 10.
Okay,
that could be.
It's a good number of people. You could probably cram some more people in there if you wanted to.
Yeah. And then I guess like all of the stuff is electronic, so then you just choose your selection. So that would be cute. Like we could have like our own little karaoke, our own little karaoke.
But
party.
So
then you don't have to listen to shit that you don't want to hear.
Yeah, but our party will probably bring everybody to the to our room.
But actually, though, that's kind of the fun part. I mean,
bring everybody to the room. Yeah,
I
celebrities
don't
on the boat.
Necessarily care for karaoke like every week. Like I could never do what 007 and Grey do because I feel like I would stab my ears. But like on a cruise, part of the fun is being in a room with like 50 other people and like egging people on as they get progressively drunker through I said what I said through the night. And
I only had 3 shots.
And we see how you are after 3 shots.
I'm good. I was trying to get a 4th one.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine if we had actually given him the 4th shot?
I'm trying to get a 4th one, but I mean, that's all right. I'll get it when I get home. No problem.
Well, all right, Spence. Thank you so much for the overview. And what ship are you going on in August?
It'll be the same one, the Scarlet Lady, because the Valiant Lady and the Resilient are over in Europe. So
okay.
The Valley of the Dolls and the Red Rose. That's what I'm going to call them now.
Yes.
There you go. Oh, and the red party was fantastic also. So if you're coming, make sure that you bring a red outfit.
Does someone get stabbed at the end of the red party?
Not that I know of. You just wear red and then you jump in the
red,
pool.
like the red wedding on Game of Thrones. Sorry.
Okay. None of that.
Tell them the North remembers.
Yeah, I was. Ooh, that was kind of. Ooh, It was kind of heavy.
So upsetting. That red wedding was so upsetting.
But you know what? Listen. So for me, as I'm not a Game of Thrones watcher, when I finally got to that scene, I was like, "That's it. That's all we had."
Right. And because I didn't watch it when it happened, I watched it like 2 seasons later.
Yeah, like I'm thinking it was going to be some, because again, when I started, I thought it was going to be some.
I guess it was kind of fucked up that old girl was pregnant and got stabbed in the belly, but it was just like, okay, a bunch of people got killed.
Whatever, they got killed. I was thinking it was going to be some old mystical fire and brimstone and
what was more exciting was when you found out Walter Frey was actually Arya and she killed everybody in the room. That was hot.
That was in the Red Wedding?
That was afterwards. Remember, like a season later, when she came back and she had on the thing and it was the pie and she pulled off the thing.
I don't remember.
Anyway, well, all right, Spesh. Thank you so much for your review. You're going to be our resident cruise expert.
All right.
So you're going to be our what was Julie?
So
that was Julie. And what was the dude's name?
Skipper. Was it Skipper? Wasn't the it was
Gopher?
It was Gopher. So it was the Captain Steubing, Julie, and I thought the guy's name was Skipper, or was it Gopher?
I think it was
Gopher. But he was Julie's counterpart, right?
Exactly.
So maybe it is Gopher. Maybe he was the.
At any rate, you're going to be our official cruise reviewer. So we'll be looking forward to your review in August, and then we'll all get together and do like a group review of this little tiny old ass ship that we're going on.
That I got upgraded to a motherfucking balcony.
I know, right? Because we had an inside cabin, and
I was in the inside cabin. Just I don't even need a motherfucking window. I need a toilet and a light bulb. I'm good.
When they changed the ship on us, he got upgraded to a suite. Everybody got upgraded, but me. I mean, I already had a grand suite, so the only thing above that was a captain's suite. Did y'all get a captain's suite special?
No, they kept us with the grand suite.
I think the reason that Mac and them got it because it was like 25 of them.
So
it's like 4.
Oh, okay.
So or 3 because I think Cortez has his own room with the boyfriend. But yeah. So all right, Spesh. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you later. You still going to stay on in the chat?
Definitely. Thank y'all for having me.
All right, love.
Bougie said, "Thanks, God. Adopt me so I can be fabulous like y'all."
Bye.
Come through.
All right, so let's dash over a few of these stories real quick so we can get to.
Can I get this other shot here?
No, girl, you cannot have this shot.
This bitch is really like rationing out the shots and shit. Like
I am rationing the shots while we're on air.
Come on, girl. All right, come on.
All right, so I'm
gonna be mad because you're not letting me celebrate my best life.
So we must also take a moment to say rest in peace to DJ Ms. Freeze. Ms. DJ Freeze, excuse me. She was a DJ in Cleveland. She was one of the DJs who really helped at the Leather Stallion.
Yes, the Leather Stallion.
She was a really nice woman, and her battle with cancer is over now. So rest in peace, Ms. DJ Freeze. So.
Yes.
So a couple of things to breeze over real quick. AOC Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez calls for Clarence Thomas to resign or be impeached because his wife is doing the most. She is a firm believer that the election was stolen, and she was in contact with people at the White House talking about you need to do this, and it's hard to believe that those conversations were not being had with her husband, and yet her husband, who was Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, has refused to recuse himself from any cases involving the election.
Ciao.
Yeah. So yesterday, it was either yesterday or today, Joe Biden signed into law the Emmett Till.
Yes.
That was yesterday because today is the 30th. Joe Biden signed landmark Emmett Till anti-lynching bill. So they've been trying for they've tried to pass nearly 200 lynching bills since 1918. The new law makes the use of weapon of racial terror a federal hate crime. So that's good. Let's see.
Come on, Cotton. Not a whole show remix. I probably did.
We are Democrats are pushing for a vote on Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court.
Can we just have a moment with Ketanji? Can we just give a shout out and a motherfucking round of applause to Miss Ketanji Brown Jackson. Because when I say this woman held it down and did it with such class, such style, and such grace,
yes,
I was like,
and you know, I saw something I saw online. See, you done fucked up the. See, there was all. There was
first of all, I hit this one, not that
and that's
one.
the one that I touched. That's the one that I moved.
Oh, you touched one.
No, you touched it when you leaned back on it. There's a 1-inch gap between the two.
Does anybody notice that 1-inch gap on the screen?
I do, because I'm the stage manager.
Get off my nipple. Nasty varmint.
But someone tweeted, it was like, you know what the worst part about this is that these white dudes and white women questioning her.
Shut up, Sean.
Really think that they're smarter than she is.
Yeah.
So it's not just, oh, well, we're trying to, make sure everything is cool. They really think that they're smarter than this woman and that they're going to gotcha. And she's going to be like, hell yeah, I hate white people like that. I mean, it felt like that was what they were trying to get her to say, or that whole line of questioning about
Ted Cruz.
Yeah, he was like, would you have a problem judging a Catholic? It was like, that's almost never an issue. Someone's religion. Those questionings are revealing things about you.
Yes, indeed.
Because when, as a judge in any court, let alone the Supreme Court, someone's religious affiliation is only something that would even be known if it's part of the case.
That is correct.
And what did you think she was going to say? Do you think she was going to say, oh, I'm a Baptist, so I don't fuck with nobody that's a Catholic or a Muslim or some other shit? And, of course, if she had said, I don't fuck with Muslims, they would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
So there's all of that. Because there was a couple of times where I was like, bitch, you were better than me, because I'd have just been like, you know what, this isn't worth it. I might about to end my career, but fuck you,
and fuck you very much.
And fuck you very much. What's the sit? Cory Booker.
Yeah, Bougie said the child porn guy is what got me when he was talking about that. So yeah,
right. It was like, girl, there's laws. You see, this is the problem. This is why we're glad that a lot of these people aren't judges and justices, because you don't make laws or you don't make rulings based on your personal feelings. You make laws and you make rulings based on the applicable law. So while you may want to throw the book at a child pornographer, but if the act says the maximum sentence is 5 years, you give them 5 years.
Yeah.
You don't be like, well, you only gave him 5 years, because, Senator, the law says the maximum penalty is 5 years.
Yeah.
But you could have given him more. That is typically not how you do that. That's not how
it's called due process, and also the right to a fair trial.
Right. And if the law says a certain penalty, you can't just randomly be inserting your own opinion into it. That's part of the problem with other stuff now. Anyway, so we'll move on from that, because we could rant about that all the time. All right. Let's talk about these stories.
So listen, so
I'm surprised about this one, because can she act?
So the Color Purple musical film, Ciara joins the cast as adult Nettie. So
that's my thing, because I was like, when I saw this, I was like, she can sing? I'm fine, I'm sure. Can she though? But even if she can sing, I've never seen Ciara act even in like a Pepsi commercial. So
she's done a couple videos where she acted like a boy. But anyway, the Color film cast is leveled up with Ciara joining as adult counterpart to Nettie, meaning she's playing the older version of Halle Bailey. So Ciara joined the upcoming musical film adaptation of The Color Purple, according to Entertainment Weekly. She's going to play the older version of Nettie. Halle Bailey was previously announced as the younger version of the character. And with Ciara coming on board the film, The Color Purple has become even more star-studded, with Fantasia cast as the lead role of Celie. Danielle Brooks will play Sophia. Taraji P. Henson will play Suge Avery. You also have Coleman Domingo will also star as Mr.
He is going to serve. He is sexy as fuck.
That is
and he is going to serve. But here's my thing.
Sexy.
In the original film adaptation, they just use makeup. Why they got to come up with a whole new actress? I mean, yes, Halle.
Well, she was Halle Bailey.
Halle Berry.
Right. But the thing is,
just aged her up with some makeup.
The thing is, the younger version in the movie looks so much like the older version, because actually it was the same person. I thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, it was Whoopi Goldberg.
No, well, the younger sister,
Nettie,
as a child, she looked when they got to the older version.
So is Halle Bailey playing
the younger version?
So like
Nettie.
You and Me Must Never Part.
That will be Halle, and then when they meet in the field, it's going to be Sierra.
I just don't see Sierra.
Fantasia. Well, first of all,
I can see Fantasia. I don't necessarily see Fantasia, but I see Fantasia because she can sing her ass off.
But no, bitch, listen. If you're talking about Sierra,
she's playing Nettie. I'm thinking she's playing Celie. No,
she's playing Nettie. She's playing the sister that
left her who don't have much to say. So as long as she's
Celie doesn't have enough lot to say. Nettie is the sister that took the kids and was
I know the whole
that story.
But now that I understand that she's who the character she is, the weight is not going to be on her to carry this part. She ain't going to win no Academy Awards.
No, she's not. But remember, there's a significant amount of time that she spends explaining in her letters, in the movie at least, how everything
that's
happened.
all off screen. That's just her reading.
Right. And again, so anyway,
I'm still psyched to see this movie.
Yeah, and I'm psyched to see Coleman Domingo, who's going to star as Mr. and with Corey Hawkins as Harpo. Now, other cast members include Louis Gossett Jr. as Old Mr., David Allen Greer as Reverend Avery, and Tamela Mann as First Lady.
Who was Reverend Avery?
Reverend Avery. Yeah.
Who was that?
Suge Avery's father.
Oh, that okay. I was like, I know, I should know who that was.
Yeah. Tamela Mann is going to play First Lady. But listen, that old sexy motherfucking Dion Cole will play Alfonso. I don't give a fuck who he is. Just put his ass on
Is that no Miss Sophia?
I don't know who the fuck he is, but Dion Cole's going to be in this movie.
That's the part that Lawrence Fishburne played.
If it's Alfonso, if that's his name, that's the part that Lawrence Fishburne played in the movie. So maybe it will be him. I don't know. But listen, Dion Cole is going to be in this movie. So I'm here for it. Felicia Pazzi will play Young Celie, and Stephen Hill will play Buster. Her will play Squeak. I don't know how I feel about her playing Squeak. I don't know her personality or her acting ability or anything. So
Squeak had like a minor part, but it was memorable.
It was, and I don't know if
she had those. Both of the scenes that Squeak was in she was in 3 scenes. She was in the juke joint scene. She was in the Thanksgiving scene, and then she was in the background of the scene at the end. But those 2 scenes that she was in, she said very memorable lines. So as long as she can deliver that, then we'll be good. My name is Mary Agnes. Mary what? Mary Agnes. Well, Mary Agnes, Miss Mary, who gives a damn? Boy, you gonna let this head girl sit there and cuss you out, sitting at the head of your own dinner table and you acting like a waiter. Any more letters come for me? Could be not. Who's to say? Come on, Cindy. We got to go.
She was like,
everything you I'm going to fuck you. If this bitch didn't pull me back, I would fuck you up right now.
So
let's talk about the slap.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. So listen. Today is Wednesday, March the 30th.
Right.
And on Sunday, which was the 27th.
Yes.
27th of the Oscars came on. Okay. The slap across the world was Will Smith, which is really still weird to me, walking up on stage and slapping the shit out of Chris Rock. Now, for me, when I saw it, I saw
stunt
Chris Rock making a joke. I saw the cameras pan back to Will and Jada. I saw Will laughing hysterically. I'm like,
exactly.
And then I saw Will walk up onto the stage and appear to slap Chris Rock. And when I say appear to slap, because from the angle that I saw, it was like, was this an acting gig? Like, did he kind of reach out and not slap him? And Chris,
because it was weird because he slapped him. Now, that's some faggy shit right there. Because I don't want to stereotype all men, but I feel like even me, I would have punched him, not slapped him. So it felt like it was a stunt to me. Part of me is still like, is this a stunt? But it sort of like picked up traction. So now they have to go with it. Because, if you will go back to episode, I don't know, 60, whatever, when we were talking, 160, whatever, when we were talking about the Smiths, I still believe that they're all stunt queens. So this whole thing feels like a stunt to me. Now, Chris Rock has said he's made a habit of saying out-of-pocket shit about Jada Pinkett Smith.
A, he's a comedian. He's a comedian. B, if you do funny shit in the public, your ass is gonna be clowned on. We already know this. This whole entanglement is probably the worst thing ever that could have come out of her mouth, and she'd be serious about it. She was like, well, I mean, we had an entanglement.
But if we had talked about that, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would say, but it's a double-edged sword.
Yes.
Because if you are in the public eye, some of your personal business is public.
Yes.
And if you are in the public eye,
yes,
as a comedian, the work that you do is affected by the public's business. Like the stuff that happens in public. That's where you get some of your best material,
I guess.
Which is one of the same things that happened, in my opinion, with Kathy Griffith and the whole. She's making fun of the things that people were saying about Donald Trump. It doesn't mean that she didn't feel that way about him as well. But did she go too far with the joke? Was it too much of her own personal opinion in the joke? Meaning the picture that she took with the head that looked like him. But she got lambasted for years about that. She talked about that during her comedy show, how people were like, she had such hard moments because people had such negative shit to say about her, and it affected her career.
Yeah.
So
I kind of agree with Kai that can we just jump back from giving comedians a pass to talk shit about everyone? Not everything is a joke. This is the Oscars, not Def Comedy Jam. So, I mean, I hear that. I mean, as with everything, my opinion is nuanced. I feel like at least before this, they claimed that they were friends.
Are they though?
That's what the girls say. I don't know. Motherfuckers talk. That's what they say.
I mean,
I feel like, hey,
I'm making the judgment that like they were young black men, they probably knew each other.
Right. But I heard that I've heard talk that they said that they were friends.
Okay.
And if you could have been like, girl, we about to.
But if that, I was gonna say, if that was, listen,
and
as much as we joke on
he
camera,
should have known that this alopecia was serious, was a serious deal for her. But this is why it's a stunt for me, because you can't laugh. I mean, one is entitled to change their opinion, right? But you can't be like, when the camera is on, you be like, ha 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 ha. Then you look over and see your wife is pissed, and then decide you want to make a show of getting up on stage and hitting someone. And so my thoughts on the strike itself. He came and made this half-ass, violence is never the answer. And I'm like, dude, you too smart for that. This is why I felt like it was a stunt, because I was like, it feels like this isn't, of all the times he could have come out of pocket, on somebody, that he would choose the world's biggest stage to come out of pocket like that, for one. Two, I am not here to tell women how to feel about this, but for me, when people say protect women and protect Black women, acts of toxic masculinity is not how we protect Black women. That's and this is like the 2020 equivalent of challenging someone to a duel to the death because you have besmirched the honor of my princess. And is this how we're going to behave out in the world? And also, even if we think this is all fine, and look right in the camera, and when I say you know who you're talking to, who I'm talking to. You are not Will Smith. You are not Chris Rock. If you, on camera, slap the shit out of somebody, you will get arrested. Let's just be very clear on that. You will get arrested. And I'm not into the respectability politics aspect of we shouldn't do this because white people are watching. I'm more of I am a Black person in a position of power and influence, and so I am a role model. And other young Negroes are going to be like, you're my girlfriend. Or you're the person who said something like that about my girlfriend. Oh, well, Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock on stage, so I'm going to whoop your ass. No, this isn't the example that we want to be setting. And you think it's, some people will say that's an unfair expectation of whatever, but I truly believe that it is my personal responsibility to set an example for others, and I would hope that people do that too. And if that makes me, respectable, preaching respectability politics, fine. I don't care that he did it in front of white people. I don't give a shit about that. I am more concerned about young Black people, but young Black males who will think that this is now an appropriate way to resolve conflicts, and young women who will think that this is an appropriate way for their boyfriend or husband to show up for them.
So the question for me is it that people are going to see his actions as the appropriate way to handle things, or is it our reactions to how he handled that specific situation?
Well, one is intricately tied with the other, though.
Yes and no, because he made the decision to handle it right then and there.
Yes. Which is the same kind of situation that a lot of people do.
People made the decision to make it larger, not saying it's small, larger than what it actually is.
And the ironic part about this is that the whole premise of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is that Will Smith, the kid from West Philadelphia, got in a fight, and his mother was like, that's not how you resolve shit. So I'm going to go ship you off to Bel-Air with my sister and her husband so that you don't have to be in this kind of environment. So
that was a television show.
That's a television show, but television shows are based in reality. And to me, it's this whole conversation about Real Housewives and other things, and about how we are modeling behaviors as adults for how people, and when I say people, I mean Black people, and I say Black people, I mean particularly young Black people, for how to resolve conflict. And I don't think that the Real Housewives and Will Smith's behavior are modeling the appropriate ways to resolve conflict, because I don't hear enough people putting it, at least in the context that I see it, which is this isn't the appropriate way to do it. I hear a lot of women and men saying, hell yeah, that's how I would resolve it. No, you wouldn't, because your ass would be arrested. Will Smith knew that really wasn't a whole lot going to happen to him. They gave his ass an award and a standing ovation. Your ass will be at the jail with at a minimum a $500 fine. 500.
Okay. I do believe that if this were not...
Now, backstage, I'd have whooped his ass. I might have whooped his ass backstage.
Let Chris catch hands backstage or something.
You know, you handle stuff
so yes,
one-on-one,
his
maybe.
Outburst, but then, so here's my thing. Let's go back to the friends piece.
Sure.
If they're friends,
real friends,
right? There is no way. If I'm a comedian, I'm gonna stand up on stage and talk about something that is so sensitive to someone that I consider a friend.
Right.
It's never gonna.
So
happen.
they were never really friends.
It's never gonna happen. So that's the first thing.
Like,
and even if it was,
side, we know that your mother's dealing with dementia, right?
Right.
So, like, if I was on stage, I would never make a joke literally about your mother on stage, in that vein. And this is that same thing.
Right. But then the other part that kind of goes along with this is that people may think
but
about.
It also, if you had swung on me on stage, we would have fought on stage.
Oh no, but listen, I'm already prepared. I'm already prepared because here's the thing: if anybody swing on either one of us,
$10,000 Armani tuxedo we got on,
it's like fuck all that. We got
to tussle on this stage.
So we already know that. So we already know that. But it goes into also the what you said earlier about the family of stunt queens, like. You did this on a grand stage. So it kind of brings up the question of like,
was this all planned?
What are you really trying to do? And from the bat, again, maybe it's just me. I'm looking at videos and
I've
clips
seen
and
several
freezes,
angles. It also
and
looks like
he feels like he is smiling.
Right, like he pulled the punch.
Like, I'm like, is he really hit this? And Chris Rock, so this is what I will also say.
If it was real.
Your chin is not glass. That mother, and you were professional as shit because you got smacked. Like an open-handed motherfucking, and you didn't miss a beat.
Especially the way Will hollered at him made you think this wasn't the first time. It was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
And that's another piece.
Yeah.
If you have all of these issues going on, and this is what we've heard publicly. Yes. We don't know what the hell is happening behind the scenes and on top of all the other nonsense that they've been going through.
Yeah.
It started with entanglements. Let's just start it with there.
And I mean, they emasculated Will in the media, and I guess he all of those things sort of play into it. But again, my thing is this is not the appropriate way to model conflict. Listen, it happened. They will say whatever it is that they say, but I feel like when our kids watch this show, what message do you say about what you saw? Do you say, little Edward, we saw Will Smith do that, but that's not how we resolve conflict. If someone says something to you that you don't like, you have a couple of choices. And each one of those choices has consequences.
Yes.
And you are not Will Smith. So if you had actually slapped someone on stage, your path is a lot different than what happens to Will. Because even if they take that Oscar away, even if he never works again in Hollywood, Will Smith's grandchildren's children are set unless Jaden smokes it all up. But they've got more than $1 billion.
Don't forget about Willow and Trey.
Right. But collectively, they've got more than $1 billion. So it's really hard to smoke up $1 billion.
It really isn't.
Well, I mean, we could try. I'd love to be up for the challenge. But my point is that you, regular person, are going to face a different series of consequences than Will is. And I just don't think parents and other adults are modeling that behavior to people who are impressionable. I mean, the whole world doesn't revolve around kids, but I mean, the next generation needs to be taught some lessons about how to interact and how to resolve conflicts. And if everybody goes around slapping the shit out of somebody who says the wrong thing to them, then this world is going to be in trouble.
So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had an interesting take on this story. So he had wrote an article in like it was a blog or whatever. And he said, when Will Smith stormed onto the Oscar stage to strike Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife's short hair, he did a lot more damage than just to Rock's face. With a single petulant blow, he advocated violence, diminished women, insulted the entertainment industry, and perpetuated stereotypes about the Black community.
Pause for a second. Nichelle said, on top of that, he wouldn't leave. Academy staff asked him to leave, and he said no. That's because Will Smith is a powerful person in Hollywood. You are not. If you slap they were at a work function. If you go to the office Christmas party and you slap your coworker, first of all, you're fired almost immediately. If not on the spot, HR will be having a conversation with you at the next available opportunity. And if they ask you to leave and you don't leave, the police will come for you.
That's a whole nother, yeah.
So anyway, please finish.
Yeah. So this article first of all, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is probably, growing up, I thought he was just a dumb basketball player. Let me just be clear. As time has gone on, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has had some very profound, he's made some very profound statements, and it just makes it's an interesting article, and I'll drop it in the chat so that you all can read this article. But one of the things he talks about was saying how Tiffany Haddish had romanticized his actions and saying it was that of a loving husband defending his wife. And one of the things that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar says is that his slap was also a slap to women, because he said if Rock had physically attacked Pinkett Smith, Smith's intervention would have been welcome. Or if he'd remained in his seat and yelled his post-slap threat, that would have been unnecessary but understandable. But by hitting Rock, he announced that his wife was incapable of defending herself against words. And from everything I'd seen of Pinkett Smith over the years, she's a very capable, tough, smart woman who can single-handedly take on a lame joke at the Academy Award show. Listen, let's be clear. Miss Jada Pinkett Smith is born and raised in Baltimore.
She's good to go. Listen, she can handle her shit.
You think that with this little money that she won't go back to
when you are born in Baltimore, you will always be from Baltimore. And I do not even mean that as a
that's not a negative, shady thing. Listen, because
when you grew up in the hood is always with you, no matter how much money you have. And if the kids get too far out of pocket, you are always ready to go back there if you need to. Boop, boop. So I don't think we need to read all of this, but I think
it's a really good article.
It's a good article, and I think Chris Rock was out of pocket for sure, but so was Will Smith. I mean, I think there's no one who was fully in the right here. I mean, listen, if you really wanted to make a statement, y'all ass could have got up and made a show of leaving in the middle of it. And then when Meryl Streep is like, Will, why are you leaving? Because I'm not staying in a place where people make fun of my wife. That's a statement. And that says I'm not going to put up with being in an environment that disrespects my wife. I feel like that would have been a better way of handling it than literally getting up on stage and slapping the shit out of somebody.
I have some very complex feelings about this entire thing. And
because you from fucking Philadelphia. And you was probably like, hell yeah, slap that motherfucker in the face.
I have some very complex feelings about this.
And I respect your feelings. I really do.
No.
Really respect everyone's
because on one hand, I see and I understand exactly why he did what he did in public.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I see exactly why it would benefit him to have not done this in public.
Yeah.
So I just have some very complex feelings. But again, this is the struggle that you have every day for me as a Black man working and living in this world.
Yes.
So my issues that I even had with my coworker at this new job about saying, oh, well, especially because I'm a woman.
Women can say the wrong shit out of their mouth too.
That's the problem, because women sometimes think that men will like back down to them because they are women. It's like,
yeah, no, that's not how this works. I'm not going to hit you. We're going to have words.
Absolutely nothing to. We're going to have a conversation about this, and do not think that just because you get loud and because I have I have more testosterone in my body than you do, and my voice is deeper than you. Oh, bitch, you're going to hear what I fucking have to say.
Right.
All of it.
All right. Well, there are other stuff that happened at the Oscars, including.
It was, but I will. So here's what I will say.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to her, but Miss Jada, I did too. Her look,
I did.
I loved everything about her gown. I loved it. But I'm sorry. But
all right, so let's get started. Let me blow this up a little bit to give us the maximum screenage. So there's like 100 pictures here. So some of these we just won't scroll through kind of fast. Ariana DeBose. I actually love a cute pantsuit.
A cute pantsuit is cute.
I love a cute pantsuit with a off the shoulder cape too.
It's looking a little tattered for me.
Yeah, I don't like the straps because if you're going to go through this whole not hassle, but this thing of having this cape and all of that, then the bustier should stand on its own.
Okay, well, I think
just me.
The wrinkle train is not train, but the cover up is for me.
I have no idea who Becky G is. This looks fine.
I almost thought it was Lynn Whitfield at first.
Yeah. I do not care for this. I feel like this feels like someone ran out of time on Project Runway.
So
I love the color, but it's just
for me, this is one of those things where the idea of it is great. And had she been walking on stage, it would have looked amazing.
Mm-hmm. Make sure we're seeing. Yeah, everyone's seeing it. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And so I see that we're having a conversation in here about alopecia, whether it is a disorder or is it a disease?
Autoimmune disease is an autoimmune disease.
Is it, or is it an autoimmune disorder? And then there's a question about whether a disorder is a disease and how that affects.
I don't really know the difference between the two.
I'm literally because Desmond and I were actually having this conversation, and I'm like, okay. And again, you've gone the hair route, and you are a licensed cosmetologist and esthetician and all those things. And I'm not taking anything away from that, but it's like, okay, it was just a great observation.
Yeah.
But it just makes me think about stuff. But I'm jumping from subject to subject. I don't like this.
I don't like this. It makes her look like a child.
Yes.
And she's in her 30s. And I'm fine with that. But, Nicole Kidman. I love the little ruffle at the bottom. Now, listen, Zendaya's, this look was okay. But her post-Oscar look with that tuxedo, that fitted tuxedo was epic.
This was trash.
You didn't care for this? The girls love this. The girls is going in for this.
This is trash for me. Okay. I like the way the skirt and the train is made, but this is trash for me.
Yeah.
Get dressed up. Tracy Ellis Ross.
She's cute, but the cups of this needs to be a little bigger. It looks like looks like it's too small for her.
She always, for me, has great ideas. Yeah, great ideas, but it comes across not seriously. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Sure. Julianne Hough. Yeah, this is too much fabric.
She's getting lost in the dress. It's giving me very knockoff Christian Dior.
Yeah. Like it's almost there, but not quite.
If it was shorter and with a crinoline,
yeah, it feels like it doesn't fit her because it's dragging on the ground way too much.
But if you put crinoline underneath of it and it filled it out, it would look cute on her.
Yeah,
and it was shorter.
Bill Murray, listen, I know that. Listen, girl, you just pulled a suit out of your closet that don't fit. No one is above a girdle. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bill? Why are you here? Once again, trash.
Love the color. This looks like
her hair looks good.
This looks like a nightgown that you wear after you just killed your husband.
Your hair looks good. That's all. That's what I was at. I like them together.
Yeah,
they look good together.
The
I think she's a little washed out. Yeah, she's washed out from the color.
Washed out for her. Good tuxedo was fine. Javier Bardem looks fine. No.
Jennifer Garner, no. So that's Penelope. Is that a bow tie? Is that what that is? Is it like a knot?
Yeah, it doesn't do it for me. It's a pass for me. The dress is fine. All of this. And I usually love a cape. You know what? It looks like she stole this from Angelina Jolie's closet. And that is not a compliment.
Oh, my gosh. So, listen, this dress, she looks great in this.
But she did too much with that comment about costume change. Girl, costume change is a standard phrase.
Right.
And I'm like, girl, why are you buying your own dress?
She looks great in this gown because it's fitted and and tailored to her body. It looks great. The gown I don't care for, but the fit is amazing.
Yes.
I like the dress, but something about this I don't like on her.
Yeah.
Not so much.
No.
Yeah, not so much.
Oh, I got to go to the next page. I don't know who this is, but I generally let older women get a pass unless they do something egregious, and it looks fine. Meg, when I first saw it, I was like, you work. But then when I looked at it again, I was like, it's right. Giving this, it has the same problem that Venus Williams had. It's cute for the BET Awards.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I feel like it's cute. It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right, but it's not okay.
It's all right.
That's a fine standard
I like the fit
tuxedo.
of it. I like the fit of it on him. Next.
I know what she was trying to do, but she failed. I like this a little better than the other white tuxedo with the black lapels, but still it's a no.
His spade shoes, I'm not liking. Cynthia, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
JK, not so much.
Looks like the father of the bride. This
Ava, the idea of it is good, and I think it was
all
a
of
good,
this over in the shoulder piece.
But I think it made it a good look.
It looks
for her.
like a Greek goddess kind of thing, but not in a good way.
Greek goddess boss lady, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Again, I thought that Jada's the gown itself was beautiful.
Like the woman wearing it, it's a lot. This is a pass for me.
I'm gonna say no.
A 100% pass.
I'm gonna say no on that. I feel like if this didn't have the ruffles in the front on the stomach, it would have been perfect.
Yes, if it had just started in the back and gone down,
down, it would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm. Will Smith looks fine. He looks fine. It's it's just come on, Maggie.
Baby,
come on, Maggie.
Can we talk about
Maggie? I saw this one person
who did the Rocher.
The Rocher.
He was like.
I was like,
oh my God.
Definitely that, because this is so off for me.
Can we also just talk about the fact that Maggie Gyllenhaal to me looks like she is an older woman.
I told you she's 44 years old.
And
people age differently, but and I think she's older than her brother.
But Jake can get it.
Jake
can get it all.
I had never really thought about Jake Gyllenhaal until Tu Wong Fu, Brokeback Mountain, and then I was like, oh yeah, he could get it every day.
When he put that thing, he said, "Ooh!" I said,
right.
Ooh. Again, it's the washout for me.
Yeah,
the hair
when you are a paler person, either a lighter skinned person without like an undertone to your skin, or if you're white or Asian. Some of these light colors really just wash you out.
This champagne thing. This is Elliot
Page.
Elliot looks like a little boy, like just a little boy.
And you know why that's good? Because when he's 65 years old, he's gonna look like he just turned 40.
So okay,
you know who she's looking like? She looked like Dorinda. She looks like Truck Turner. She looked like Dorinda in Truck Turner.
She looks like one of the housewives and Dorinda. Yeah, but so I think I like this, but it's
come here, little black bitch.
I think I like this, but I feel like I'm not liking it on her.
Maggie is the older of the three. Oh, Maggie is not 60. I did it. Hold on. Alexa.
She has to be like,
Alexa, how old is Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Maggie Gyllenhaal is 44 years old.
She is 44 years old. Alexa, how old is Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal is 41 years old.
Well, he looks rough for 41 too, but
he looks fine.
I mean, he still looks fine, but yeah. All right. So anyway, yeah, this is a no for me. It's just a miss for me. All of this, it's not that it's an unattractive outfit. The look of it just gives Nichelle Nichols in Truck Turner going to the Oscars.
Okay.
Or going to Truck Turner's funeral. This is a hell no.
Absolutely not.
I don't even know what happened. I don't even know why.
So listen, Jill looks great.
Yes.
It's giving me very witchy pooties. But listen, whoever did this corset bone-in situation, baby, this body, this shape is together.
She couldn't sit down, but
it is together. Now,
come on now.
Can we? All right, listen.
She looks good. The body is bodying. But this is not she looks like
it's a lot.
This looks like you know what this looks like? It looks like she has on a bikini, and this is a wrap that you wear to walk around.
It's a lot
beach.
For this, and I get it that they're young women and they are growing but it's a lot for me.
I kind of
something
like
about
the
this.
red.
I like. Yeah, I was like, I kind of like that on him.
Oh yeah, nobody.
Everybody can't wear that.
This is a hell no.
Nah, no.
Baby, you got too much money to be wearing this ill-fitted tuxedo. Yes, you are a big man, but they could have fit all of this. You see how this flares out? What? This looks like he got this right out of Tuxedos R Us.
Yeah, it needed to be tailored more to his body.
Yeah, it's unforgivable. Because you got enough money to get it together.
Yeah, you should have a tailor on call.
Right.
I like the idea of the dress.
Yeah, but it's suffering from the same thing that Halle Bailey's suffers from. You know, he's a cute little twink who could get it, but I mean, this doesn't feel this feels like MTV movie.
It's very rock star, So I like this.
Yes, and I always love the color of the orange. And the titties are up and presenting.
Anjanae looks amazing, and this gown is really cute.
Mm-hmm. Basic ass tuxedo. Come on, Judy.
Dame Dench.
Judy Dench said she don't give a fuck. Andrew Garfield always wears a cute little tuxedo, she looks like 10 pounds of sausage in a 5-pound casing. And I'm not saying that because she's big, but just the way that her posture is giving, she looks very uncomfortable. I don't know who that is, and the tuxedo's fine. Yeah, this is
okay.
Yeah.
Listen, let's just have a moment.
I don't care for this, but I'm gonna leave it alone because Rita is 80?
Rita is whoever has been working with her.
It's daring for an 80-year-old woman, and it's cute.
And she's pulling it off. She's giving me very Cheetah Rivera at this point.
Very.
But it's like it works for her. And listen, she has that very comfortable pump that she has on in the bottom.
Exactly. It's like, bitch, I'm not wearing no high heel shoes. Fuck y'all.
Bradley, I don't like his hair.
Yeah.
Amy, listen. Let's just
okay. Girl, come on now. I gotta roll like that. Nah.
That's Kieran. What was his name?
He was in he was also in Game of Thrones.
Gotcha.
He was Mace Rider. Mace Rand, the one that they set on fire, and then when they were setting him on fire, then to put him out of Mace Raider, to put him out of his misery, John shot him.
Yeah,
with the arrow. Yeah. Girl, did you watch the show?
I did not. I told you I wasn't watching. I wasn't.
Okay. Regina Hall looks cute.
She looks okay, but
color.
She's also it's the washout of the color.
Like, and rarely do black people choose the wrong color, but I just don't think this was a good.
This is not. Nate Parker's giving me Tony Terry tees.
Yeah.
I like
when I'm with you.
Yeah, I like this dress. It's okay.
Yeah. It's fine.
Rami Malek. He looks different.
I did not care for this dress. It looked like tinsel.
Baby, but the look on her face during the whole moment, she was like,
she's like, wow. And this, something about it though works for me though, because it's just like
the fit of the tuxedo is amazing.
And
it's a high, but the fit of the tuxedo is amazing. I would give her that. This is a lot, but it kind of from the waist up, it looks good. But this, I don't like the way the bottom of this.
This asymmetry.
I don't like the way this looks.
Yeah, it doesn't. And the sleeves, it doesn't. This is, I like the detail on this. But the dress itself is kind of basic. I do not care for Niecy Nash's dress at all.
Not a bit.
Although I love Niecy herself. Basic black. Well, my husband know how to dress up when the time requires.
He don't need to get dressed.
Right.
This is
Reba always looks Reba.
It's very conservative and it looks good on her.
Yeah. But it's got just enough detail for it to be like, oh, okay, this isn't quite simple. I like I think it's called ruching, the way that it gathers,
that's ruching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Tuxedo. Man.
She looks good. I think she looks good.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it was Rosie Perez. Yes. And Kevin Jones.
Kevin Jones. So I like Wanda in white.
I like Wanda in white, but I don't like the way these pants.
The bottom of the pants I don't like.
Yeah. Baby. So when I saw this, you know what this gives? This gives Noxzema. You got to go for this thing, but you got to go in boy drag.
Oh my God.
Does this not look like a gay man who lives 90% of their life in drag, but is forced to be dressed as a boy for one day? So they give you the gayest boy ensemble that they could possibly find. The only thing that make this gay if it was pink.
This is some really good iced tea right here.
Yeah.
But this is not.
People have also been commenting that he looks
extremely
he does.
Thin, he looks very gaunt.
But I'm gonna leave that alone because that's none of my business. Shaun White looks fine. This is, I don't know. Listen, girl, I know like the idea of it, but I know that you've already won an Academy Award for your costume design because she's the one that designed the costume for Black Panther.
I like the idea,
but this is a lot for me, and not in a good way. This is a hell no. Listen, if you're going to do something like this, you got to give the Angelina Jolie plant with the leg, where the leg got to be legging, and it's got the, like, you're standing here and the leg is all the way out here.
But can we talk about this pump though? This pump, she's on her this pump is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine, but nothing special.
No.
She's a no.
I like the dramatic sleeve. I like that.
Come on, cutie.
Absolutely
Come on. First of all, we'll start with this flower and then work our way around to this detail. Child, this looks like the Oscars from 1969 after they came from Woodstock.
Yeah.
The hat is a no. You know, the kids be trying it with these hats and it just generally doesn't work. Yeah. It almost never works. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
I think we're almost at the end.
I'm gonna say no. That's plain. Girl, what is wrong with you?
The color is cute though.
But what is wrong with your body language? What is this?
Right. Like she didn't really want to be photographed. This is she should have done something with her hair, like did something with it. Doesn't look like she did anything with her hair.
It's just hanging.
I think dress is way too old for her.
I think a different color might have worked for her on this.
Yeah, I don't know who this is. This looks like traditional fashion, so I'm gonna not comment on it. The shoe is cute.
Okay.
This is all right.
I like the split. No.
I know where she was going. I know that she was trying to be Avante.
No.
She was trying to be Avante Garde.
No.
She was trying to be Avante Garde.
No. I like the suit.
Yeah. Ooh, come on, girl. No.
So
this is too tight.
I was like, the issue is it's a little too.
You know what? And it's even more so. Not so much that it's too tight, but the way that the fabric is cut, it makes it not look good because this dress is about chiffon. The same tightness as Meg Thee Stallion's dress, but the fabric of this accentuates that this is a really tight fitting dress and not in a good way. Come on now.
So Zoe,
she looks like she's just going out to dinner with her friends.
Oh, Rachel and Lindsay. Okay. So something about this is interesting. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if it's the total look, but something about
I love how her hair and the dress are the same color.
Something about it is interesting. Ooh, Vanessa. I want her to eat. Laverne.
She ate walking down the runway, but just standing still, this look doesn't do it for me. Because when she walked, that dress had a certain movement. Like when her hips swung one way, the dress was like moving the other. Yeah. So it had a movement to it that was cute, but just standing there, it's a no. This is a cute little ball gown to me. You know, it don't do it for you.
It's
something.
It checks the box for a ball gown. It checks the box for a ball gown.
This was a total miss for me.
Oh, Jamie.
She's like 13.
She's one of the young ladies that from King.
Yeah. So he's in a tuxedo.
Nikki Hilton Rothschild. Why are you even here?
Yeah.
Rashamba. Oh my God.
The color is cute, but I don't really like the dress.
He's a cutie.
That's Karamo from The Real World.
He looks cutie though. He looks cute. Come on, cutie duty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I always thought Karamo was handsome. I thought it's something about him.
All right, this is gonna be the last page we look at because we can't be here forever.
I kind of like this jacket.
Go through all the way. Yeah, the jacket is cute because I love the fit of it the most.
I kind of like the jacket,
and it's the pattern is bold, but not like doesn't scream in your face. Like that. This is a no for me. Girl, she was like, "Oh, girl, I'm going to serve it to the kids at the Oscars."
So, can we talk about who is Ricky Thompson? Like, what is he? Just a blogger? Is he
I have no idea who he
internet
is.
celebrity? Is he an actual Alexa? Who is Ricky Thompson?
According to Wikipedia, Ricky Don Thompson is a former American football wide receiver
in
the
that ain't
National
her.
Football League for the Baltimore Colts,
No,
the Washington
that's
Redskins,
somebody else.
and the St. Louis.
Thank you, Alexa. That's enough.
He played college football.
Alexa, stop. Yeah, that's not the same because this girl never played football.
He could have. He could have been a wide receiver.
I'm sure he was. He was a tight end.
Mm.
I want to like it, and I feel
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
This is different.
What is this, velvet?
Yeah, it's different.
It's very different.
Yeah, I saw where she was going with it.
Yeah, and she didn't quite get there.
Terrence J.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
He was from BET. He was one of the hosts. He was in Think Like a Man.
This is kind of cute. It's simple, but
it's simple. Yeah.
No.
I like that look on her, the blue though.
All right. I think these are after looks now.
Oh, let's go through the after looks. See what we got going on. Ooh, come on, Kelly.
It's cute, but I mean, for the after look,
it's dramatical. It's real dramatical. Come on, Normani. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here for that. Kobe's daughter. Come on, Reggie. Oh, wait. Stop. Flawless.
I kind of like that.
Flawless.
Yes. This is
the
cute
picture
too.
and the pose, flawless. Come on, Meg. Oh, wait. No. She lost it for me. Around the hips. Is that a sweetie?
Is it sweetie or is it just sweetie?
I just always say sweetie.
Oh,
okay. She's giving me Mother of the Bride here right now.
Slutty Mother of the Bride.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm Mother of the Bride. The trash bag. Yeah.
All right. This is the last one. She be doing the most.
Again.
Honey.
Again. Honey.
Girl. And I just want to be clear to the listeners and the watchers. I have absolutely nothing against Maggie Gyllenhaal except her fashion choices.
Winnie. Okay.
I like this better than her look at the Oscars.
She looks good in that.
I don't like this dress quite as much. This definitely looks like Mother of the Bride.
But she looks amazing today. Come on, Tessa.
Okay, this is kind of cute to me.
I don't like the pants. I wish it would have been like a ball.
Been like longer.
Tiffany.
I love the color. That's a no.
No, that's Chloe. That's the one that's hot in pants.
This is cute. She
looks good in that.
Served
she
for
looks
me.
good in that. She does look good in that.
And baby, when she was standing there, you see it from like the side profile. You know how a bitch know when she look good? And she's just giving you like, what?
Like, bitch, what? You say something to me?
What?
Bitch, what you say?
Zendaya, look over here. She's like, what?
I don't have time to look over here, bitch.
What? I'm over
looking here giving them a look.
Right. You just wait your second. Because, okay, I'm over there. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. What?
And I'm going to give you a look over here.
Okay.
You go.
Okay.
Yes,
you like this? I'm giving it. I'm serving, ain't I? All right. All right, so I think that's it. So there's tons more that we could watch. So,
okay.
But we got to wrap it up.
Not 44 going on 64 in the show.
All right, so that was fun. That was our Oscar preview. Thank you all for joining. That was a good conversation.
Thank you.
And I sincerely hope that by next week we are not still talking about Will and Chris and Jada, because I'm way over it. I'm so over it that I did like my normal thing, like in the middle of work when I'm just like, what's happening on Facebook? Not that I really care, but it's just like mindless scrolling. And everybody got their own dumbass opinion about Will and Chris and Jada. And some of the opinions are so uninformed and so steeped in toxic masculinity or whatever. Like you see motherfuckers talk about, oh, well, I saw some video. It was like some dude was like, what do you think about what Will did? He was like, oh, I'm from Miami. That's what we do. I was like, niggas from Miami get their ass whooped all the time. So whenever you got to say what city you're from, you generally can't fight. Because people, like, you talk about Philly, but you don't really talk about Philly. Like, if you got in a fight, you wouldn't be like, motherfucker, I'm from Philly. And you just be like, bye-bye. Wow. And then other people would be like, you know that motherfucker from Philly.
No. I'm gonna jump on you.
Right. You don't need to announce where you're from.
I'm not gonna make the announcement. I'm jumping on you.
Right.
Like I'm just like
all of that blah blah blah.
That's extra time.
Because once I've decided it's time to fight,
I'm gonna jump on you.
We're going to fight. It's no need for us to be talking about I'm from PG County.
I don't give a fuck. We're like
right.
Like I'm
right.
Like bitch, I'm already on you.
Right. So anyway, y'all get into this beautiful bean footage. Well, that was a fun show.
It was. I'm getting sleepy now. All right. I'm getting sleepy. Are we doing that shot now?
Yeah, this is gonna put me right to sleep.
I'm getting sleepy.
Going to get me are you gonna be home? Good to get home?
Oh, insurance is too much. Are you kidding me? I would have been fine with that. But okay. All right. Well, so we're doing a half a shot. Okay. All right. Yes. We're gonna do a half a shot. So again,
happy Capiversary.
Thank you so much.
Happy belated birthday to me.
Absolutely. You didn't even talk about like any other things that you did on the birthday. Like, you know what I mean? Like
what did we do?
We already know what you did, but I'm just saying.
Or who I did.
Well, what we don't know all of that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, well, I went and had my favorite hot pot and soup dumplings. And
had your favorite
dessert. And during the day, where did we go on Saturday during the day? Oh, we got a massage. A couple's massage. That was cute.
That'll put me right to sleep.
Yes. Well, all right. I appreciate you all coming through.
I'm gonna put my Oculus on, and it's gonna be in 3D. I'm gonna be like this, like yes.
I'm still a little nervous about that because the last time I did it, she gave me a little.
I'm being Oculus looking like this, like oh my god, wait, it's like oh, is it here? Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go.
Right. Oh, you're talking about porn. Okay, got it.
All right, here we go. Okay, all right.
You know, I haven't used the Oculus for that
yet. Baby.
Well, she's right up on you, huh? She'd be right up on you.
Oh, bitch, you'd be like, wait,
what if they had smell-o-vision?
Oh, baby. I'd be like, oh, wait a minute, wait.
All right, anyway. And so we want to say thank you to our new sponsors. They are not a sponsor. To our new sponsor, Peck Sniffs.
Stinks so good.
Yes. All right. Well, I really do appreciate you all coming out, and we are happy to see you, and we look forward to seeing you all again next week.
Absolutely. 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 Doodly. So, in any event, as always, it's a pleasure. Appreciate you all being here.
Hallelujah.
Love you.
Love you back.
All right, I'm done.